Hey everybody, it's TooYouber with some more Islands of Insight, and here we have a milestone episode, number 139. So I just want to bask in that for a moment. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, been doing this for a while. I also see a nice like 4-star puzzle up there. Is that like... Hold on. So red guys don't want me to look at them. Hold on a second. Is that right? I thought red was the no-looky guys. Here, let me get up on top. Apparently that counts. Oh no. Oh, there's something here. I'm betting there's a red one I can see. Actually, a possibility for the red one is actually on top of this pillar. No, that was my guess because I could see both from here because it's a high point. It could also be this one. Oh no, nope, found it. This direction. The reason I didn't see it earlier is because it's blocked by the trees. Alright. What the? Why am I... Why am I falling? What the... What's going on here? When I go into flight mode, I immediately start going down. Look, I'm diving. I'm not pressing that button. Good grief. Oh cool, I'm not going to be able to get it because it's going to do this. Great. That is fun. Is there a fix for that? Let's try this. Yep, okay, I have to do that. I mean, on one hand, I'm glad there's an I'm stuck button. On the other hand, every game I've ever played that has one of those makes me kind of go, oh no. I think the first one I was really cognizant. Okay, let's get the red out of the way. Let's get the green out of the way. Then the yellow, and then the blue. Cool. I think it was Firmament was the first one I really noticed there was an I'm stuck button. Basically, a button that says, hey, something's gone wrong, just reset me to a place I can stand. You know what I mean? What it signaled to me was they never really got around to fixing their buggy collision, and so they installed just sort of a debug fix-it button. Whereas if they had actually gotten around to it, the player would never get so stuck that you'd need the button. So, you know, usually when I see that, I think, oh no, did they, you know, muck up collision really bad. Although, in this case, it's not because of the collision so much as other bugs. I'm not sure why they even kept it in, because I... Oh, hold on, I messed up that ring. I haven't experienced any issues with the game where I need to use the I'm stuck button because I'm legitimately stuck, but I guess it's possible. But yeah, I normally kind of go, oh no, when I see it, because I think that's the dev's way of fixing it, you know, the issue. Going like, well, I guess if we just tell the player to press this button, then I don't have to work on my bad collision. If that makes any sense. Yeah, collision's not, like, super bad in this game. It's more just the general movement that is a problem here. Okay, this guy, what's he want? Does he want me to do this? I think so. I think he wants me to sneak up on him. Okay. There were 2 shy auras back up where I started, too. I should get back up to the top of the glide ring. It's going to make me do the long way, unless I do my charge jump. Well, that was easy. How about you? That was easy twice. Oh, another one. Pretty sure that guy wanted flight, so... The neat thing about the flight ones is you can actually touch the ground, you just can't move on the ground. So if you hit the ground, you have to hold perfectly still. Which let me get away with what I just did. Oh, there. Okay, that's got to be blocked. That's got to be blocked. Is there anything else with this? This, there's no way. There's just no way that's going to happen. So, I think this is forced. That's now forced. All right. Oops, other way. That can't happen. So there we go. That's gotta happen. That can't happen. Oh, wrong button. It's gotta go there and there. Interesting. Ooh, how about a 1-star puzzle? Okay. No to all of that. Connect all dark cells and connect all light cells. Okay. I could just go down here. I'm not totally sure about that yet. Connect dark and light. I can have black squares if this is acceptable. Is there any spot where it's just obvious I need to do something? I can't have checkerboards, so that's got to be a dark cell. If I put a piece here, I wouldn't be able to put something there, right? Which is fine. But if I put a white piece here, I have to do this. That's also fine? Let's see. I mean, I could make this here. Well, let's see what happens. If I were to put a white cell between the 3s, we would have to mark all of this. And then we would have to block this, and we'd have a checkerboard. So that's got to be a dark cell. Which means we have to go out like so. That's got to go. That's got to go here. Well, now this is complete, and so is that. We got to go at least that far. This can be black or white, as far as I know. This has to come out, which means it would overload the 7. So we do, in fact, connect the 7 this way. Amazing. Interesting. I kind of like that one. Is it? Ah, it's here. It's a really, really big leitmotif. Feels like I was close. Okay, finally the game gave it to me. Okay, where was that 4-star puzzle we saw like early on, and then I got distracted by the glide rings and such? I wonder if it's one of the static puzzles. I've really ignored the static puzzles. There's 7 left in the entire game. And there we go. There's 7 remaining. There's 2 pattern grids in the Archipelago of Curiosities that I haven't finished. And I should finish them. I just haven't done it. And there's 5 logic grids. I think they're all in Serene Deluge, and I'm pretty sure that 4-star's got to be one of them. It's very rare to see a 4-star random puzzle. The random hub puzzles tend to be easier. Okay, well that... There's got to be a rift I could reach from here, right? Hold on, let's see. No, that's obviously the last one I get. So how do I go here? How do I get to the... Can I jump off the platform this way? I can jump off the platform this way. This feels like cheating. But the rift is here. I don't know how I get all of the rings. Do you know what I mean? I have to come down through the middle, I believe, when I come into the building, like this, and then get to this piece. That's how I'm going to end it. Is it even possible if I get this ring first? No. Looks like I gotta come in from the building as well. Like if I go in the building first... Oh, this might be the path. Hold on. I have to do a good job at it, though. Now, this is what I'm talking about with the glide ring puzzle. I actually do have to think about the route here. So this might be my favorite one so far. Or a contender for my favorite one. I don't remember them all, because there's 8,000 puzzles. And I said that number is an exaggeration, but there's legitimately 20,000 elements to the game. I say elements because, like, are you going to call hidden cubes a puzzle? But, yeah. Okay, this is actually kind of tough because of the geometry. That is a bit annoying. I don't really care about... yeah. I don't really like having to deal with the geometry so much. Because we've established... We've established the game movement puzzles excel when they work... Oh, man. I'm hitting something that I can't see. Collision extends to the side. Movement puzzles work best when they're taking advantage of the already pretty floaty movement, right? Like, you got to take advantage of that. It's floaty, and it's good for, like, long-range travel, like the flight. Man, this might be one where I change my camera. Hold on. I normally do not like to fly in first person, because I can't see my body in relation to the collision, but this might be the one time where it works. There. I'm going to take that. Because I like to be like this, because I like to see where my body is in relation to collision when I'm flying. But it is possible to fly in first person. I mean, even this in first person is a little tricky. I usually do first person walking around because I get distracted if there's this big person in my face. Because I usually don't have to worry about platforming. If I had to do a lot of platforming, I would be in this position so I could see when to jump. But I don't need to. So, anyway, a little insight into why I use the camera that I do. First person for most things, and then third person for flight. Okay, anyway, back up to this 4-star puzzle I saw earlier. I wonder where that would go. Would it go down lower, or is the idea to get on a higher island? Yeah, the idea is to get here. Didn't intend for that to happen, but it worked out for me. You know what? I should be doing sightseers. What is that? I think it's down low. I'm looking at a waterfall, so I think it's... Is it this one in particular? It might be this waterfall, because there's the elephant, there's the glide ring. Alright, cool, we got it. So I just need to be looking at that guy's butt a little more closely. There we are. You know what? There is a glide ring here, so we'll do it. I definitely see that. Oops. Try that again. I didn't undo the flight, so that was the game doing that for me. Alright, this is going to get irritating. Are we kidding? Am I going to be able to make it to that one? Wow. Hold on. I'm going to go into first person again. There we go. Oh, this site's here. I guess I didn't notice it. Yeah. It's a waterfall, but is it... So I see that... I think it's that one, so I gotta get closer here. And then on a ledge over this way? Am I on top of the elephant? This looks like I'm too close. No. Yeah, I'm too close. This skydrop needs to be smaller, so farther away. So like from here sort of stuff. Oh, hold on, that's the elephant. I don't know why I didn't notice the giant elephant in the way. Alright. Yeah, I should really be focusing sightseers because it was the puzzle type. One of the puzzle types I deliberately avoided for probably the first 50 episodes at least. Just because, you know, they're really impossible until you've explored everywhere. But I don't want to end up in a position where I've done every puzzle in the game except the sightseers, because that would be very irritating to fix if I'm only doing sightseers. I kind of like them, but I don't like doing a billion of them in a row. So there's that 4-star. Now I bet that is one of the static puzzles. So if I do that, gets rid of another static puzzle. I think there's some 5-star puzzles around here somewhere too, but I'm not going to do them now. I'm going to save them for another day. Can I climb the rest of this, or am I going to have to just... I'm going to do another charge jump to get up there. Yeah, that's a big puzzle too. Look how big the box is. Okay. Don't make this pattern, don't make this pattern. So those look like complicated patterns, but based on how this level is set up, what it means is, if I have a piece here, I have to make a straight line through. I can't do... Is there any spot I could even have 3... Is this even a pattern I could make? Because every single one of these only has 2 ways out. See? So it's basically saying if you have this, don't have 3 ways out. Where would I ever make that a reality? But it also says don't make a dead end. So I'm basically making one long looping snaking path. So are there any obvious, like, can't do this? Well, I see right now with this 5, no matter which one I do is going to make 6. So whatever I do, it makes a loop around. This would make a dead end. So I'm not going to have this piece or that piece. These both have to be dark cells. So the question is whether it's here or there. If it's here... This needs to have 2. So this is possible... hold on. With this 8, we need to have 3 of these be filled in. Which means at least one of these. But it can't be just one, because then it makes a dead end. So both of these are filled in. And now it's a question of which one of these 2. If it's this one... hold on. Is there a way to... If it's this one, we would also need to fill this in. If it's this, we'd also need to fill that in. Well, actually, let me think about it. We could do this. No, we can't, because it would fill in, but we'd also fill in another one of those. So we know that. But here, we could do this or that. Either way is fine, but we do have to do one of those things. This 8 needs 3. This 6 needs 1 piece. The 7 needs 2 pieces. So I could do this, which would force me to go here, but that would also force all 3 of these, which would force me to go here and here. I think I got it. I think I just have it. Not sure why that one was 4 stars. It's pretty simple. It was, you know, a good puzzle, but it was certainly not as hard as I thought it would be. Let's keep going. Spent about 20 minutes here. Let's grab, I guess, this Sentinel Stone. That's another type I've kind of neglected. I haven't done a lot of Sentinel Stones compared to other puzzle types. The nice thing about save stats is it does let me see which puzzle types I've really done a lot of and which I haven't, without me having to do the math myself by going through this and like looking at every single one. So I know, that's how I know the hidden pentads I've done the most of. This, oops, hold on. Oh, hold on, I was looking at this as a, what's the one? The arrows. It's not what it is. This is an area thing. So it's that. This is what I was looking for. Yeah, I was looking at it there. Viewpoint numbers. Anyway. But yeah, Sightseers I kind of neglected for a while, as well as Sentinel Stones. Which thing? Well, that's not going to happen. Connect dark cells and light cells. Alright. That's got to come out. That's got to be black now. This has to be white. That's black. No. No checkerboards, because this would break. This has got to be white, no matter what. That has to be white. That has to... Oops, wrong button. That's got to be white. Okay, cool. Not too bad. I also haven't done a lot of logic grids like I've done... I mean, I've done a lot, but compared to how many there are, percentage-wise, it's a lot less than other puzzle types. Connect light cells and exactly one symbol per dark area. So this has to connect to one of these two. It's not going to be this one. So it's going to be this guy. This one can't connect here because we'll have that issue. So this has to connect... How would it connect there? It could... No? Well, if I did... No, see... Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. I can do this. Means that we're done there, though. And then this can't really go very far. This guy... I could just do this. Yeah. Interesting. That one really baited me into making some bad choices. Which I kind of like. I kind of like if a puzzle sort of baits you. You think, oh, that's got to be it. And then you have to rethink your assumption. Let's actually see how many memory grids we got. So there's 3 I could solve today. Only 37 in this area. Yeah, I mentioned in a previous episode, I remember this because of how much I complained about memory grids, but I remember thinking, like, there should be a lot less of these. There should be, like, 10 in the whole game. There are very few memory grids in the whole game, but there are still about 10 times too many. Even if there's only, like, 3 in this area, right? Yeah. There should be... Instead of 37 total, there should be, like, 4. Okay. Can I get in this little spot? Thank you. And then just look around and I get them all. Cool. Ooh, another sightseer. Okay, that's... Is that the big one? I think so. Let me get up there because sightseers can involve... Why didn't I just use the rift? Sightseers can involve huge vertical leaps. It's just horizontally I am not going to go too much farther away than where I picked it up. So do I have a view through here of something? Or it could be this building. No, it's not this building. I'm looking through... Well, let's look at the color of the sky. It looks like it's looking that direction. So maybe I'm over here... looking through those trees right down there. Yeah, because that's the sky I want to see. And there's, of course, a ring that was shown to me in a dream. And then I saw... Wait, is this one done already? Yeah, that one's loaded in complete. And then, yeah, I saw that guy. This is the only move that's possible right now, and it's the move that wins. Okay, did I see something else I was skipping over? I think I did. As I flew around this way, I saw that. I saw this guy right here. Music grid. How many music grids are there in this area? Music grids. There's 8 out of 116. That feels like a good amount of music grids. Cool. I mean, I like them. I mean, I think they're incredibly underutilized and so often poorly utilized, but I like the concept. Yeah, that gets it. I also need to not neglect the crystal mazes. Oh, this is going to be a complicated one, I can tell, because they're jumping us up and down. Or not. Maybe it's just a single path. Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to be crazy. Oh, maybe? No, this is dead end. We actually have a dead end. We have 2 dead ends. Okay, I've done something wrong. Wow, we're getting something complicated. I like that. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything obvious. Wait, hold on. This is different. Wait, does this go anywhere? No? Then what's this for? Is there another way to go? Wow. Okay, I'm getting confused. Ah, this way. Oh, it's right here. Okay, that might be one of my favorite mazes so far. Because it actually was a maze. It wasn't just a single path to the end. Hmm. I wish that was the easiest maze in the game. There, I said it. Hold on, is that another... No, that's a piece of lore. Okay, where do I stand for this leitmotif here? Is it further this direction? Like through the window? Yes, it's through the window. My guess with this green box... Hold on, that's more leitmotif. My guess with this green box is look at it here and then look through to a red box somewhere this way. Well, there's a cube over here somewhere. There. Oh, no, I can see it from here. So look through a window to a red box elsewhere. I'll have to find the red box before that one makes any sense. This one... I would guess look out here and then down at the box. Thought I saw leitmotif squiggles here. No, I might have been imagining things. Another green one. There's a red box. I need a red box. I think there. Okay, I've spent quite a bit of time here. Let me finish up something and then move on. I guess Shady Wildwood's the closest area, so I can do that one. Oh, hold on. Gotta take care of this guy. I have to be doing that. If I'm gonna be distracted, I gotta commit. Okay, where are you going? Oh, that was it. Alright. That was the whole thing. Let's get some logic grids going. Don't make... Okay, so they gotta be rectangles. So I could do this, but then what would I do here? No. That's what I would do. Nope, stop. Where are you? There you go. Are you gonna go up here? Yeah, that was kind of annoying. There's also a cube over here. Why is he caked up? Oh my god. Ah, down there. Okay, you are looking back at the starting area, which is there. So let me get a good angle where I can see one of these lines, like right here. Yeah. There. Okay, moving on to a new area. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'd devote an entire video to just one of the hub worlds, but I don't want to do that. I want to clear multiple of them out. Just because the way the game loads puzzles, if I do one area in its entirety, it's not taking advantage of the puzzles that are loaded in elsewhere, which might unload. Meanwhile, the place that I would have scoured won't have new puzzles when I load back in. So I'm just trying to use, you know, as much as possible, some level of efficiency. Okay. One symbol per light area. Well, that one's done for me. No squares. Yeah, one symbol per light area. This has to be dark, so that's that, I guess. I need to remember about these rolling blocks. I think I need to start by doing this. Oh, that's just simple. How about this one? Okay, a little less simple. I think I'm either going to have a 3x1 above the solution or next to it. If I were above the solution, I'd have a 3x3 here, so I could go up, right, and down. To get into that spot, let's see what I would have to do. I could get like this. Oh, I could just finish it that way. Neat. Where do you want to go, green boy? Up top? Oh, hey, flow orbs. I really need to finish those off. That's another one I've done a lot of, is the flow orbs, because when I see it, I'm trying to get it out of the way because I don't really care about them. Only one left today, and there's so many more. That's 2 of them. Where's the other 2? Oh, one's down there. Where's the 4th one? Oh, it's down there. So, what are we saying? We go across, and then we go down. Oh. And then through the center. That's good enough for me. That's not gonna go there. That's gotta go there. That's gotta go there. That's gotta be that. Oop. Yeah. How about this one? Right in here, I think, is the spot. Yep. Sentinel stones are great because they make me feel like a genius. Huh. Well, that's got to be white, which means that is. I see. Boring. Underclude grids are boring. Okay. This is the only move I can make so far. So let's get this out of the way. Okay, I heard the Shy Aura. Is it over here somewhere? Sounds like it's over here. There it is. Do you want me to fly to you? You don't want me to wait. So do you want me to... Let's try... Are you kidding me? You do want me to fly? No. Okay, hold on. Is it just movement? Yeah, it's just movement. I didn't wait long enough. That is the least interesting type of Shy Aura, is the movement one, because it's just, well, get to it and then stand there and wait for it to reappear. I guess it's only in there so that the white Shy Auras can confuse you as to what they do, which is really not a good puzzle design, in my opinion. Okay, where is your friend? not like in a crevice over here. That'd be cool, but no. Is it underneath there? That would also be cool, but no. Whoa, frame rate drop. What's going on? There it is. I mean, this game does chug pretty, pretty loudly on my computer. And, you know, I don't have the greatest computer ever. And at this point, I think it's about 1.5 to 2 years since I've replaced any of the parts. But it's still pretty beefy computer. That's for sure. No. That's the one I wanted to do. There. Cool. Yeah, but even with my computer, sometimes this game chugs along. I mean, when this game was released, actually I upgraded my computer after this game was released, so I really should not be dealing with problems now. Okay, well this A can't touch any of these little numbers. That's got to be a black cell because the corner rule. Cool. Sure, we'll take a look at this guy. Just going around the edges here. Alright. We're gonna keep doing that. Yeah, once I've figured out what that one's gonna be about, it's not really that much fun. Okay. If I go down, I think I have to get... Yeah, I think it's over if I go down. There's no way out. So if I go right and then down... No, if I go left and then down, it's over. What if I go right all the way and then it's over? If I go left all the way... This is how it is. No, it isn't. What if I went up first? That would be bad. So... left, and then we start by going... Yeah, this seems like what I'd want to do. What if I went... This... No, I already tried that. Yeah. Seems like the closest I get to it, but it's not quite right. This doesn't work. This does work. There we go. Literally the last thing I tried. One of my hot takes will be the music grids that do this, where the pitches are really far apart from each other, are actually harder to me than the ones where they're closer together. So if you have any musical ear at all, you'll probably hear a scale and you'll be able to tell what notes are what, but when they're really far apart from each other, it can sometimes be hard to remember which pitch is at what level. Like, you can hear the difference between them very easily, but it doesn't translate well to the grid system, because your brain goes, well, they're close to each other, so the pitches need to be close, when in fact the pitches are not close. Is there a way to get, like... This one's just really tight. I just need to get into here. Yeah. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is you want me to fly to you. Yeah. White Shioras just means, hey, try 3 different things and hope one of them works. That's definitely a complaint I've had before, which is why there should only be about 10 of them in the game. Whereas hidden pentads, I think there could easily be triple or quadruple the amount there really are. They're very interesting and fun. You can do a lot of things with them. There's probably one in the air I'm not thinking about, or maybe around these logs I'm not thinking about. Or probably behind these trees I'm not thinking about. Yeah. Alright, let's get the sightseer. Let's get these over with. They're actually kind of fun, but I do want to make sure I'm getting through them. Yeah, I think I gotta be up here. Neat. I haven't been up on this island recently. Huh, well, these can't connect. That's fixed. Exactly 1 symbol per light area anyway. Well, that rule, like the galaxies obviously cannot have 2 of them the same thing anyway, but what it means is this has to be connected to a galaxy. Uh-huh. Well, this can't happen either, so I think that's done. Who's gonna go there? It's gonna have to be you. That's gonna be finished. So I think that's that. I remember seeing a harder version of that puzzle in Serene Deluge, and the Serene Deluge one was kind of an eyesore to look at, so that's why it was harder. How far away do I have to go to get to come back? Okay. Is it a flight guy? Because if so, I just gotta jump here. There. Not super interesting. I think that's everything up here. Let's, haven't been over to this tower area in a while. It's probably gonna be some puzzles. Like this one. Okay, that actually is just back down on the ground. Am I looking at it from here? Or from the other end? I think I'm looking at it from this end. Yep. Well, now I'm down here again, so let's look around. How do I get back up there without too much hassle? This one's done? Yeah, that one's done already. If I do this, will I make it high enough? Oh yeah, I will. I can just do that. Just barely. Oh, it looks like a moving one. Yeah, it's a moving one. That one's been done. This one has not. Okay, that's the ending point, so we're going to come out. I think... Nope, that's the problem. I could come this way, and I think we have it. I like rolling blocks. Sometimes they're really hard, sometimes they're really easy, but whatever they are, they're interesting to me. Now that has to go here, that's got to go there, that's got to go there. Okay. Oops, that. No other rules here. This can't go there, so finished. Let's see here. They could do that piece. This piece can't be there, right? This could be if that's black. Could be there. Which one, however? If I put a black piece here, I'd have to put one there, which is fine. How about here? I think I have to do that. This has to be black no matter what, and then those have to be white. That or that. So 2 more pieces. Can't be that one. They're here and there. Or actually, hold on. Those can't be. Those are the only ones that can be. So do in fact have it like this. You need 6 more pieces here. Can't be that one. Can't be that one. So these definitely, I think, yeah, there we go. That one felt a lot more like trial and error. I guess I just didn't understand it. There we go. What's back here? I haven't checked in a while. Oh, right in front of me. Huh. How about inside this building? I'm sure there's got to be... I'm hearing him, but where is he? Oh, he's up there. Can I get in from down here? How do you get... Is it just... in here? Okay, so how do I get in there? It's not flight. It's not going to be sneaking. It's going to be no looking, isn't it? Let's try. Yeah. Okay. Are there any other puzzles up here? I know there's this galaxy of puzzles, thank you. Otherwise it looks like there's nothing in here. Red, opposite sides of the log. Oh, thank you. Oop, ran into a tree. As one does. Happens from time to time. Okay, don't see anything obvious here. Let's look elsewhere. Where's another spot in this world I usually neglect? Interesting. Don't know if there's a neglected spot. I know these areas here are. How about this? Well, I've got to get it back on track. There. Maybe flight, because you disappeared without me looking at you. Yeah. Oh, hey. Okay. I think this way, and then we can move that. This just gets me back where I started. But if I bring this, I could get myself... Nope! There we go. It's got to be in here somewhere. There. A lot of spots go through that big black ring. How about there? I hear ya. There's a lot along these cliff edges. A lot of cubes. Is that a ring? That's an arch. That would have been so funny if I nailed that while I was falling. Is it like in the log or somewhere? It's like in the log? What? What's going on here? Yeah, it's in the log. There's another one. Sounds like it's right. Oh, I was standing on it. I was like, where is it? It's right here. Found a bunch of cubes. And... ooh, hold on. How do I get a little further this way? There. Huh. That's looking up this path, maybe? No, because I see a hidden pentad there, not the thing I want to see. Right? Oh, no, no, no. I just need to block the hidden pentad with my view, like that sort of thing, because I need to see the 3... there. Interesting. Alright, let me grab a couple more of these puzzles I see, and then I think I'll call it here. Not here, but after I do these. What's the big boundary? Feels like there should be something hidden around this wall. Ah, hold on. There's one there. Is it just like in bushes everywhere? Let's try around this side. Ah, there's one. There's another. Anything else? No. Ah! Got one there. Then I'm going to sort of cheat. I'm going to solve this grid puzzle. Let the bubble collapse a bit. That's the only way to do the 3 here. Huh. Exactly 1 symbol per dark and per light area. Okay. So that's got to be dark. There's no way to not connect it. That's got to be dark. If this were light, we'd be in trouble. So I think that's dark. Yeah, just a bunch of elbows, I guess. So then we look, it's moving this way in a bit, so let's see. How about this side? Is it moving in? No, it's moving out, because it's, oh, it's right there. Excellent. Anything else, like, really close by? Yeah, that's what I'm listening to. Nope. Alright, well, I guess I'll end it here. Right in front of this. So next time I release a video, I'll be standing right here. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, I guess. Y'all have a good one. See you around. Bye.